Hello everybody, and welcome back to Can We Beat It? With yours truly, Subtlestrife. This is episode 2 in the series, so if you haven't seen my first video, I recommend you go back and take a look, because I am picking up exactly where I left off, and you might be a little confused as to what's going on if you don't see the first few videos. Okay, let's quickly remind ourselves what we're supposed to be doing here, because it's been a little while since I last played. Okay, yes, I was supposed to be capturing that maid and interrogating them. So, let's get to work on that security cell. I think it's probably best if I put my corridor going off to the left of it now, otherwise I'm going to run out of space for corridors soon, so let's go ahead and build the corridor out a little bit first. There we go.
Road construction underway.
Now that there is a bit of an impassable rock, so I can't actually build anything there, so I need to work around that as best I can. Right, do I think that's enough space for a armory? If I make a long thin one it might be alright. Let's go about here. For a door. There we go. Let's see if I can fit everything I want to into here. Door. Halting cell. Yeah, I've got room for that. There we go. Okay. That'll do us for now. Let's unpause that and let our minions get to work on that. And now I am going to want to also get all my money, all my gold and everything out of here and into here. So, how am I going to do that? Well, first of all, I want to demolish that. And then... Oh, no, I don't want traps. They come later. I believe there is a way to convert an existing room into something else. But I can't remember how to do it. There we are. There we are. I can demolish this room. Are you sure you want to demolish the entire strong room? If you do, your gold will automatically be moved to another strong room. Yes, please. That's exactly what I want. And let's get my evil personage out of there, because I don't particularly want to go with it. In fact, let's move him into the control room, because this is usually a good place to keep him. It's the heart of your evil empire, so you're going to have plenty of minions around to protect him and to gain the benefit from his aura. So let's move him into there. There we go. Got rid of that stronghold, and the gold is now in my new stronghold. Stronghold, even. Why do I keep calling it a stronghold? Weird. Anyways, yeah, that's a pretty pathetic looking pile of gold, isn't it? I'm starting to run a little low on cash. And how do we make more money? Well, it's done in the world domination screen. As we discovered earlier, each region has an income rating, and if I send my minions off to go into that region and try and make some money, they will make money based off of that income rate. So this one has a rating of 4, but I noticed that over here this one has a rating of 9, so this is where I really want to be sending my minions to make some money. Also has a security rating of 7 though, so it's a little bit riskier, but I think it's worth it. So how do I send my minions there? Quite simple, I just select the region like I have, and then select a couple of minions to go make some money. So let's send 5 over. And you can tell them to do 3 different things. Hide, in which case they won't really do much of anything, but they also won't be in any risk from the agents of evil. You can ask them to steal, in which case they will try and make money for me. Or I can ask them to plot, whereby they will try and reveal any acts of infamy that there might be to have a go at. And as you see here, well, you did briefly see there, there was a countdown with a picture of my memory banks. That is apparently what the memory banks do. If you don't have enough people on your consoles to be able to give you the region information, if you got your memory banks working, then they will keep that information stored in the memory banks for a short period of time, which gives you a bit of leeway if one of your minions decides to run off and go do something else. So whilst I'm waiting for them to go over there and make me some money, let's zoom out. And one thought I had whilst I was away is that I only have 2 consoles in my whatchamacallit? Oh, I've forgotten the name of it. That's embarrassing. Control room, that's it! How did I forget that? I only have 2 consoles in my control room, so I can't actually reveal the information for most of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look around and see how many consoles each region wants. And then I can determine how many consoles I ideally need in my control room. So that one wants 4, I think that is, or it might be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that one. 4, 4, 5. Already got that one. 3, 4. Just gonna quickly go through all of these. 6 again. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's looking like 6 consoles is the ideal amount. So I'm going to go ahead and build a... Oh dear. One of my workers has collapsed. Oh dear.
Your minions are sick of...
That's because I've been working him too hard and he didn't go to sleep like he was supposed to. Oh well. It's his own damn stupid fault. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a couple more control panels
Object has been ordered.
to meet that requirement of 6.
Object purchase order confirmed. Object has been
There
ordered.
we go. Let's move my evil genius a little bit so they can actually build the consoles. There, I think will cover the most consoles in his order. Alright. Move over to the left a little bit if you would. No? Okay. Well, that'll have to do. So my workers are going to go ahead and get that built. And have they finished building this? Yes, they have. Good. So now I can capture that maid. Let's figure out where she is. Here she is. So to capture her, just have to right click on her like I did before, but instead of tagging the target to ask my minions to kill her, I am going to take the handcuffs to ask them to capture her. Now that I've got a security cell, I can do that. Okay, control room is under construction here. Of course, with 6 power plant, that's handy.
Depot now stocks new object.
Because I've just run out of power.
All power consuming.
Okay, so it's a good thing we just got a power plant. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a bit more corridor, and then we can put the power plant up in the corner up here, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build the power plant first, just to know how much space I want it to take up. I think that should be a big enough power plant. Let's have a look in the options.
New objects are
Okay, we've got 2 options for construction here, power generators and capacitors. Generators, as you can see, are quite big,
Object purchase order
but they are very important. So I'm going to, actually I think this room is just a little bit too small actually, so I'm gonna, new buildings, hotel stuff, come back to that later. I'm going to go back to blueprint design and add a little bit more into this. That should do. Okay, objects. Now I can fit another generator in there, and we can get in some capacitors as well. These are quite important because if I run out of power for whatever reason, the capacitors will store some power up in them whilst I'm generating it, and that'll give me a little bit of battery life, as it were, to keep me going until I can get my generators back up and running. Okay, that's a little bit on the small side for a power generator room, but I think it'll do. Okay, yep, so let's go ahead and confirm that, and let's get a corridor out to it. And a door there, I think. There we go. And that gives me a bit of room for another room in here somewhere, if I want to. And of course, whilst I've got no power, I have no idea what's going out in the world. However, I can tell you about this. When I've got minions in the region doing stuff, they will be generating heat in the region. So I've got to be careful about that. If I let the heat in this region get too high, I could be in trouble. So I have to be ready to bring them back if I need to. But for the meantime, they're safe, and it's giving my workers a chance to get a bit of rest, which is probably a good thing. Now then, one of the problems I've got is that I've got 6 control panels, each of which requiring 2 minions to work at it. So that's 12 minions in total. I only have 15 at the moment. So, and I can't really support any more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build a few more lockers into my barracks so that I can get a few more workers in, because only having 3 workers to go do other duties, and that includes working at these memory banks, by the way, is not ideal. Oh, I haven't unpaused that corridor. That was silly of me! Okay. Yes, I agree. You do that, whatever you were doing. I really have no idea what you're on about. Just get back to work. I think I might have to execute someone soon. Just saying. Might have to be done. Oh, hey, you captured the maid. Good job. Good job, maid. Good job. So he's going to go ahead and put her into the security cell there. And we can deal with her later. Jubei, how are you doing? You're getting a little low on energy. That's what that green bar is, by the way, not strength, as I said in my last video. It's their energy, so if that goes down to 0, they'll just collapse like our little friend over there did. Another thing I remembered since my last game is that these body bags here... Oh, there we go, task complete. These body bags here, they...
Some characters like
Go away! I'm trying to talk to the audience! God, how rude. Okay, where was I? These body bags here, they actually have an aura around them that provides a debuff to people's, my minions' attentiveness and loyalty. However, if they're in the freezer, like here, like they are here, they will not actually do that aura, that it's suppressed. And let's go ahead and move these body bags to the actual freezer racks. As you can see, they've got a heat rating of 2, so if an investigator sees them, then they'll generate 2 heat. Okay, let's go ahead and look at my objective screen whilst my minions are building my power generation. Okay, new objective. The civilian maid not male. The civilian maid could yield useful information to your men. Interrogate her to train up an advanced minion. Here we go, our first advanced minion. But first we need an interrogation chair. So let's go ahead and build that one. There we go. Yeah. And put it there, right, nice and close to the holding cell. And did I forget to build a door in this freezer? That was silly. I'll get to that in a moment. As you can see, when you've got no power, all your doors stay stuck open, so that's another reason why you don't want to run out of power. Door. Why do I not have a door? There we go. And yeah, my money's getting very dangerously low now. However, I should have room for... Yes, I have room for 20 minions now, so let's go ahead and crank that all the way up. There we go. That'll get me a bit more of a workforce. So I can man this entire control room and still have 5 people around to go do other things. Okay, I'm pretty much waiting for things to get built now, so I may cut out and skip ahead to when everything's back up and running. Okay, there we go, my base is now back up and with power, and I've got plus 50 power generating, only using up 27, so my power supply is good to last me a little while longer. However, that is the most depressing pile of gold I have ever seen. Oh dear. However, things are starting to get back up and running, so my minions over here, they can keep on making me money. And in the meantime, let's get on to something much more fun. Interrogating this maid. Here we are. So, I've got a couple of options with my captives. I can set them free if I want to. I'm not sure why I'd ever want to do that. But I know, it's terrifying, isn't it? Or I could just straight up kill them. Or I can interrogate them. So I'm going to go ahead and ask them to interrogate her. And now I have to say where I want her interrogated, because in this game there are a couple of options for how to interrogate people. However, to begin with, my only real option is the interrogation chair. So let's go ahead and tell them to interrogate her on the chair, and one of my workers will make his way over there and start interrogations. Oh, here's some money for me. Come on, I need my money. Yes, a couple of bars of gold there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave those minions out into the world, gathering money for a little while yet. But here we go, let's get some interrogation done. Bit of evil. That's what I like to see. Let's watch. And what's up? Oh, he's taunting her with a cigarette now. Classic interrogation technique there. You want that? Nope, not allowed it. And we're about done here. Yep. So you're free to go. Except that you're dead. Because apparently interrogation is too much for everyone, and it kills them. But now, we have a new advanced minion, the Valet. Now he is a social minion, and he has a couple of advantages over your average construction worker.
As well as being a cash candy job.
He has the ability to use fire extinguishers, which is very handy. So I think I shall go ahead and put some fire extinguishers out into my base now that I've got someone who can use them. Let's put them at key locations where I think they're going to come in handy. So one there. One there. There. And right over here. There we go. He can also do another option for enemies that might be on my base. Oh, like these tourists. I can select them and I can choose to weaken their characteristics. In the case of Valet, I believe he tries to confuse them, which makes them forget about things that they might have seen on this island that they probably shouldn't have. And these tourists are going to become a problem soon, so I'm going to have to do something about that. But in the meantime, I've got a new objective, so let's take a look at that. Oh, I completed Evil Intentions. I've got a new main objective. Head of the Underworld. There can only be one criminal mastermind. Time to make sure that it's you. Gather all the major criminal players to a conference on your island to explain how it's going to be. Okay, so I've got to summon the Crime Lords. Crime Lords, just like evil geniuses, are impressed by shows of wealth. You need somewhere suitably ostentatious to host this gathering of criminal masterminds. Build an inner sanctum and conference table in preparation for this nefarious delegation. Also got rumour has it that all of Indian subcontinent is controlled by one man, Armand Krishnan. He has many nefarious plots and intrigues, mostly concerning the corruption of local government officials. Track him down and encourage him to come to bend to our way of thinking. Marvin DeLuca, the nefarious mafia don of all North America, is a powerful man, but with too much hubris. He must be made to respect true power and authority. And finally, the inscrutable Lei Ying Lo is the undisputed head of the organized crime across China and Southeast Asia. Track him down and send out a party to show him we mean business. Okay, so we've got a couple more new objectives there. And we've got to build ourselves a sanctum. And why do I have tourists in my base? This is ridiculous. Gee, do something about them. Actually, it's going to have to be up to my new valet, who is going to try and confuse these new tourists and convince them that they didn't see anything at all. Now, we've got to be careful here, because we got a valet, but we can't actually afford to keep this many minions, so we're going to have to drop our construction workers down a little bit for now. But that's okay, we'll still have the 20 minions overall, it's just one of them's a bit more specialised. You can still do the whole construction working thing, you can still work on the consoles like he is right now. I wanted you to confuse them. Oh well. Doesn't look like they're gonna discover anything anyway, so I'm just gonna untag them. There we go. So yeah, he can still work at the normal jobs that a security construction worker can do, but he is also a little bit better at doing some other things. Okay, let's go ahead and build my sanctum, and I think this is a nice spot for one, don't you? So, oh wow, I've got a lot of new buildings here. Training room, staff room, mess hall. All of these are fairly important. Mess hall allows your minions to get food, which can replenish their energy, as well as using the beds, so not everyone has to try and sleep. We've got the staff room where they can relax and improve some of their other attributes, such as attentiveness, I believe. And training room, well, that pretty much does what it says on the tin. And there's my inner sanctum, so let's go ahead and build me one of these. That should be a decent sized inner sanctum. Okay, and let's put in a standard door. We're going to want a conference table. Let's put that there. And an impressive desk. It wouldn't be a inner sanctum without an impressive desk. Okay, let's go ahead and get that going. And once I'm done, I am going to have to... Oh, hello. Yeah, like his attentiveness is getting a little low, so he's started getting a bit confused. But he's within my Evil Genius's aura, so he's getting a bit of a boost back up, so it shouldn't be a problem. Now then, if we go back to the world domination screen, we've got those 3 crime bosses that I've got to try and find. There's one in North America apparently, one in India I believe it said, and one in China and Asia somewhere. So I'm going to have to do a bit of plotting to try and find those. But what I want you guys to do is, in the comments, I want you to vote on which of these crime bosses I should go after first. So go ahead and put that in the comments, and whichever wins, I shall go after that crime boss first. And I think this video is probably getting about to the right length now, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. Once again, a like and comment is always appreciated, and I shall see you guys next time. Goodbye!